A first fish is a very memorable event for any angler and one of our favorite segments in the show. We've got a sequel with one of our favorites, and we're taking a field trip to Florida. Welcome to Arkansas's Great Outdoors. In our first season of Arkansas's Great Outdoors, you got the chance to meet Nora. She was then 4 years old and joined one of our bait fish farmers, Bobby Glennon, to catch her first ever fish. It was a great event for her, and she later caught a few more, even planting a big kiss on one, which made for a very memorable photo. Here's a quick look back at her first ever fish.
You don't see anything? Oh my gosh, reel it in. You good, Nora? You want some help? You good?
I got it.
You're pretty strong. You're doing real good, Nora.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah, but you got the way.
Are you catching more fish than your brother?
Yeah, I'm
Stop
catching
it.
one too.
You got a big one. You got a big one. Oh my goodness.
We're up in the water.
Wow.
Wow. It's not, it was a tree. But it isn't.
Wow.
I want the
Another giant speckle-bellied brim. You want to hug it? Let me get this hook out of him here first.
I said,
Camera. Big smile. Look at the camera and smile. Say bye-bye, fish.
bye, bye.
Good job.
Today, we reunite Nora with Bobby 2 years later. She's now more of a fishing expert.
So here we are back at Glennon Fish Farms, and we have the amazing Nora Malden. Now, if you remember the very first episodes of Live Bait, the TV show, Nora was our star. Nora here caught her first fish on camera, on Live Bait. I tell you, everybody I talk to says Nora is just an amazing little girl, and that was such fun watching her fish. You want to catch some more fish today?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some more live bait today, and today we have hybrid brim. It's a little bigger than the minnows you used last time, but guess what? We're catching bigger fish today. What kind of fish are we gonna catch today?
Catfish.
Catfish. And what does a catfish say? Okay. All right, you ready to catch some fish?
Yeah.
All right, well I got your brothers and your dad down there, and let's see if we can catch one before they do, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Come on, fish.
Come on, fish.
Don't you like the food?
I think he likes the food. Oh, looks like your brother's got a fish.
Yeah. Or is it just a shoe?
Why would he catch a shoe? I don't have any shoes in my ponds.
I bet you.
These are fish ponds, not shoe ponds. There we go.
Ooh,
Cole's got one.
I think he needs help.
Can I go help him?
Yeah.
You good? Okay.
I'll tell you when I got a bite.
I caught this with live bait.
Come on, fish.
Come on, fish.
I'm putting this right here like I'm an old fisher.
Well, uh-oh, we got one. We
We
got
got
one.
it.
Reel it in. Reel it in. Okay, stand up for me. Oh, hang on. Hang on, you got it? I'll help you, okay?
It's hard.
Whoa!
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Hang on. You got to hold the rod. You hold the rod, I'll reel it, okay? You got it?
Yeah.
Keep going. Oh my goodness, Nora. Look at that.
Oh, mine's just getting harder.
Nora! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna go get it for you. All right.
I caught.
You caught a,
I'm not gonna touch it.
you're not gonna touch it. Okay, you wanna hold that?
I caught this with live bait. I'm gonna touch it.
You can touch it. Ah,
He
touch his
didn't-
whiskers.
He's dancing. He's dancing.
Dancing. All right, should we put him back in the water now?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to do it or you can do it?
You good?
Okay, I'll do it for you.
I don't feel comfortable.
You don't feel comfortable doing that? Hey, Nora, your brother's got a fish. You want to go see it with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It didn't even get the bait. It is stupid. Wow.
Dad, how many did you catch?
Caught 3.
Live bait.
Live bait. Caught all these fish today. Again, thank you guys for coming out. It was a blast.
Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats, by Visit Hot Springs, America's first resort, and by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish, the safe bait.
When people ask, why Bad Boy? It's simple. Every Bad Boy mower and every Bad Boy tractor are born from steel and built tough to the same standards that have made the Bad Boy brand legendary. Not only for toughness, but for power, for strength, for performance, quality, and comfort. These are the whys. You are the how. Start your legend, Bad Boy.
I'm checking out the brand new V2 boats. We're talking about a boat like no tomorrow. It has so much storage, and I'm telling you what, man, the room is unbelievable.
Arkansas is home to some of the best fishing in the country. Now, Florida also has some pretty good fishing, so let's take a field trip to Kissimmee, home of the famous Lake Toho. Longtime Bass Pro Terry Seagraves and I have known each other for quite some time, and we've even fished a few tournaments together. In fact, we won a little money on Toho. But today, we brought a little taste of Arkansas to this Florida fishing trip with some certified Arkansas minnows. Terry has some good tips on how to catch them. All right, good morning, everybody. We are here early morning. The sun has yet to rise. We're seeing some hints of it in the east sky, but we got Terry Seagraves here. We're on Lake Toho. We're gonna be doing some shiner fishing today and showing how the live bait can really help you get on some fish.
Yeah, they really get after the live bait. It's almost like throwing candy at them sometimes, especially when you got a group of fish. They got to get to competing against that same live bait, and the shiners are pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna get set up. We'll be ready to roll here in just a few minutes. Any of these guys bite, I'm gonna fight them right-handed, just to show you.
Yeah, you want to?
No, I'm good. This will be good for me. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, lefties have learned to be ambidextrous in a lot of things. Have you ever seen a butter knife? Have you ever seen a left-handed butter knife?
I have.
Yeah.
I have. My grandmother used to have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah? Butter knives and scissors plague us, all while growing up.
I lose this one over here. Yeah, I lost this one. You want me to try to catch this one?
No, I want you to catch that one, big boy.
You didn't blow up.
There we go.
Hope you learned something there.
I learned something right there.
Not a big one.
Hey, it's a fish.
But it's a fish first thing this morning. Getting bigger when he gets to the boat.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. This fish gets us on the board. The hook set timing will be the key today. As we were soon to find out, the bass were finicky, something that we are blaming on a north wind.
This is what we're fishing with. Beautiful shiner. That's about I call it 2 to 10. A 2-pounder, a 10-pounder hit that.
Okay.
When I'm hooking them, I'm just coming through the bottom lip. And pretty much you don't want to stab them in the brain, but right around their nostril, you won't bring it out the top lip, right around their nostril, about like that. So that's a perfect little shiner right there to be caught with this morning.
This is what our scene looks like. We have 3 bobbers on the water. It's a game of scanning to see which activity warrants a hook set.
Got him?
I got him.
Oh, you're kidding me.
The north wind had its effect, either on the fish or on our minds. Fishermen are like that, but we started to see more and more success until an unwanted species shook everything up. Okay,
That'd be a guard. Hit him hard. Oh, good God, look where he's at.
He took off running.
We got a mess here.
Oh,
that's a good one there, I think. Oh, we got a mess.
That is a gar.
I knew it was a gar, the way he hit.
Yep.
Ah, nasty thing.
Okay, and now we got...
Oh, my gosh. Oh, Lordy.
Okay, hold on. I might have... Oh gosh.
He's making it worse.
Yeah.
Stupid fish. This is a mess.
This is a mess.
Holy smoke. Ah! These things are nasty.
There we go. Woo!
There goes your rain suit. But most of the time when you catch a fish, you kind of paralyze them, you kind of squeeze. I say that. Except for a gar. You kind of squeeze them at their gills.
Yeah.
It kind of pretty much paralyzes them.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can get this guy's mouth open or not. That was a disaster.
Right there, yeah, there you go. That's why you don't want to mess with a gar. You don't lip a gar, ever.
Yeah, they're razor sharp.
Yes. So here's what happens when you got 3 lines out and then a gar comes in through and just
wrecks your
rips
junk.
through everything, crossing lines. It's gonna take us a minute to regroup here. After several minutes of retying lines and gathering bobbers and minnows, the team was finally back at it.
Back your right.
There we go. Fish on. Hey, that's our biggest one today. I don't know how big he is, but he might be kind of decent, but not huge. So there we go. Okay. Oh, he is. Yeah. Reeling him in right-handed, Terry. Come on, big mama. Here we go. Got the minnow right in the mouth right here too. Okay. Fishing is all about seeing what the fish are doing that day, and they change. It's a different thing every time, and so like we started off with, you know, hook sets a little too fast.
Yep.
Then we went hook sets a little too slow, and now we're trying to find that middle ground there because the fish bite differently. And you're talking about the north wind and how they react to that.
Yeah, I fished a lot of tournaments in life, and I fished against a lot of good fishermen. But the worst competitor I've got, and the one that'll mess you up the most, are the fish.
Yes, that's right.
I don't worry about the other competitors. I worry about what I'm doing with the fish and what they're doing.
That's true.
If I can figure out what they're doing.
Always fun fishing with Terry, and I always learn something as well. Now, you may remember Bobby Glennon from our first segment. When Arkansas's Great Outdoors returns, we head to the Arkansas State Fair to learn about bait fish from Bobby. Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude. By Vexus Boats. By Visit Hot Springs, America's first resort. And by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish, the safe bait.
Where haven't we gone? What hasn't been done? What's still left to be discovered and possible beyond the horizon? How can we continue pushing limits, breaking boundaries, and leading the way? At Bad Boy, it's not just about finding the answers, it's about the pursuit. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
I'm checking out the brand new V2 boats. We're talking about a boat like no tomorrow. It has so much storage, and I'm telling you what, man, the room is unbelievable.
ask, why Bad Boy? It's simple. Every Bad Boy mower and every Bad Boy tractor are born from steel and built tough to the same standards that have made the Bad Boy brand legendary. Not only for toughness, but for power, for strength, for performance, quality, and comfort. These are the whys. You are the how. Start your legend, Bad Boy.
Bobby Glennon is one of the Arkansas fish farmers who sends minnows and other bait all over the country to help us all catch more fish. He's a great educator and ambassador for the industry, and he set up a booth at the Arkansas State Fair, providing insight into a $400 million industry.
So I call this fish at the fair because most people, when they come to the fair, they think of the cows and the pigs and the horses and things of that sort. And they're a little surprised when they walk in the FFA barn here and there's fish.
The fair was right around Halloween, which provided an opportunity to decorate in a way the fish may not be used to on the farm.
The fish actually enjoy the decorations. Every now and again you'll see one take up residence in the pumpkin head bucket. They're not scared of Halloween. This is just an opportunity to introduce people to the farm-raised fish. The Bait Fish Association does a great job. The work the Bait Fish group does with state regulators, you have to hold them by the hand sometimes and walk them through. You know, we're not just willy-nilly grabbing some fish and putting them on a truck. You know, we're planting these crops from day one. There's biosecurity measures in place, and our concern is about the environment just as much as it is about making a profit on our farm. If our product goes into the environment and causes harm, we haven't accomplished anything. They're one of the more delicate fish to handle, okay. But I like a challenge. I think one day we'll be raising crappie like we do catfish. Wow. But that I need the next generation to come behind me and sure. and make that happen, because it's one of those things that's going to take some time to figure that out.
Sure. So like farm-raised crappie?
Farm-raised crappie, fillets in the restaurant.
Wow. Kind of like tilapia and catfish?
Tilapia and catfish, yes. We built a display for another group we were working with and said, you know what, this will be a good place to have this and educate folks that come to the state fair in Arkansas.
All season long, we have featured the Vexus story, a truly unique line of quality boats from the ground up. It's what we fish in on this show, and during the last few seasons, we've had governors, secretary of states, and even congressmen fishing in a Vexus. Here's one more reason why you should too.
Revolutionary, awesome, amazing, unheard of to come from where we were at to where we are now.
The Vexus team is revolutionary for the fact that we're able to think outside the box. We're outdoorsmen. We go out, see what can improve the product, and that's what we build upon.
The reality of a revolutionary team of people that are building this new product, that's real. But now we bring technology in. So we're using technology where it works, but still have to have that hands-on craftsman feel too to achieve that product that you see rolling down the highway.
The folks here really believe in the product that we're building. We've got the best of the best. What drives them is that they use the products in their daily lives and their weekends, and they know that they want their product to be great, and we want it to be great for our customers.
Having a team that spends every Saturday morning at takeoff or at the boat ramp, I think really just shows the best ideas always come from enthusiasts.
You can tell that it's built by fishermen. The layout is built for guys that's going to spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day in that boat.
It was amazing. Nothing like I've ever been in before.
Vexus boats is the way to go.
To stay innovative along with the history and blending those two things, yeah, that's a revolutionary team.
Hiking in Arkansas at all times of the year is a great choice to get outside. For a short trip or a long one, Mallory Lindsay is here to help you with another one of her hiking tips.
So when I first started hiking, finding the right shoe for me was probably the most intimidating thing to consider. There's so many options, as you can tell. So we're gonna break down probably the 3 most common options that you're gonna encounter. First is like a trail running shoe. Now these shoes will look very similar to a tennis shoe. They're gonna have a little bit more traction, but the main thing about these is they're very flexible compared to the other hiking shoe. So not a ton of support, but a lot of flexibility with the traction. Next, we have your day hiking shoe. So this is gonna be a little bit more rugged than your trail hikers. They're gonna have some really great traction on the bottom. They might be water resistant or even waterproof. They have a little bit more firmness in the outer sole, so it's gonna require less time to break in than maybe a multi-day backpacker shoe, but it's still gonna give you some really great support. Next is your backpacker boot. Now these guys, I highly recommend if you're gonna go backpacking, get these about a month before because they need to be broken in or else you're going to get blisters. These have a really rigid outer sole. The lug pattern on the bottom is going to be much deeper. With the lug pattern being deeper though, the tighter the lug pattern is, the more the mud is going to stick. So depending on what terrain you're gonna be going in, you really wanna look at what that pattern is. Another great accessory or something to consider when you're buying a boot or one of your hiking shoes is an ice spike. Now these go on the bottom of the boot and that helps to add more traction. So if you're going through ice or snow, then it can really dig in and keep you safe.
Arkansas's Great Outdoors is brought to you by Bad Boy Mowers, mow with an attitude, by Vexus Boats, by Visit Hot Springs, America's first resort, and by Certified Arkansas Bait Fish, the safe bait.
When people ask, why Bad Boy? It's simple. Every Bad Boy mower and every Bad Boy tractor are born from steel and built tough to the same standards that have made the Bad Boy brand legendary. Not only for toughness, but for power, for strength, for performance, quality, and comfort. These are the whys. You are the how. Start your legend, Bad Boy.
I'm checking out the brand new V2 boats. We're talking about a boat like no tomorrow. It has so much storage, and I'm telling you what, man, the room is unbelievable.
Where haven't we gone? What hasn't been done? What's still left to be discovered and possible beyond the horizon? How can we continue pushing limits, breaking boundaries, and leading the way? At Bad Boy, it's not just about finding the answers, it's about the pursuit. Bad Boy, mow with an attitude.
Each year, the top brands in fishing gather for the ICAST convention. Now, Arkansas is always well represented at this national event. You've already seen new products from top companies like Pradco, Denali, and the Trout Magnet. But it's not just products that have an Arkansas flair. The companies hire Arkansas folks because they know how much we love the outdoors, including Rapala. Here's an interview with my longtime friend, Bill Matthews. We have known each other since we were 5 years old. All right, so this is kind of a thrill for me because early on, growing up in North Little Rock, Bill Matthews and I went to kindergarten together and we spent our first 3 years in the same elementary school, and then we kind of went to a couple of different elementary schools, a couple of different high schools in Little Rock. You went to Catholic, I was at North Little Rock Northeast. But then Bill left Arkansas right after high school to pursue your dream in the outdoors. Where'd you go?
University of Montana in Missoula, Montana. I was a Grizzly.
Go Grizz.
And, go Grizz, yes, absolutely. And, I got there and I just never really came back.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved the whole Northwest.
Yeah.
Just outdoors, everything you want right there.
And we've both ended up in the outdoors, which is kind of cool because we're here at ICAST in Orlando 2023. We get to see each other every year.
At least once a year.
That's right, yeah. But there's one thing that's just a little bit different. Pronounce R-A-P-A-L-A.
Well, growing up in Arkansas, it was Rapala.
That's right.
Always. But now that I work with them, it's Rapala. But really, it doesn't really matter. Rapala, Rapala, whatever it is. But when we grew up throwing broke back Rapalas, that's what we were throwing.
That's right, the old Rapalas.
Now I say Rapalas.
Yeah, so he's got to be a little bit more corporate now. But that Mason-Dixon line has a little bit of a pronunciation.
Yes, it does.
Bill knows his stuff. Here's a great product rundown on the top lures from Rapala or Rapala.
This is Bill Matthews. I'm here at the 2023 ICAST show at the Rapala booth. And this is the new line of soft plastics from Rapala called Crush City Customs. Everything you see here is custom made, whether it's the amount of salt, scent, of course the shape. These are all developed by Jacob Wheeler, and they are awesome. We'll start off with our swim bait called the Mare, and we have a 3-inch version and a 4-inch version. Now these baits are made to be very subtle. The tail kick is just enough to mimic a real bait fish. Coming up next is the Freeloader. Now this is a product you put on your chatterbait or your spinnerbait as a trailer. Again, kind of about subtlety. The tail in this is just enough to give you that wiggle. Every turn of the blade, you're going to get that tat-tat-tat-tat, and the fish just love it. They love it. Next up is my favorite new one of the year, and I was telling Carlton earlier that I actually caught a fish on my very first cast on this ever. This is the Bronco bug. It mimics a crawdad better than anything I've ever seen. The claws on it are huge. Every time that thing sinks, it's just like a crawdad, going into the crawdad mode like that. And then next is the Crush City cleanup craw, which reminds me more of a twin-tailed grub. A lot of applications on just a jig head or a jig trailer. Great new bait. Like all of our baits, 16 or 17 new colors, which not all the colors are the same in every bait. They're all designed to each series of the shape, which goes to that custom part of the program. Last but not least, we have the Ned BLT, which is our TPE stretchy plastic Ned bait. Again, it's a longer body with a very slim tail. You get it. The flotation of this is probably the biggest factor. It will float a 1/4 ounce jig head straight up. So you're not going to have that. And that's the thing. It's just sitting there doing this. Bass sees it, boom, gets it. So that's the new lineup of Crush City Customs from Rapala.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode of Arkansas's Great Outdoors. We revisited one of our favorite first fish anglers from 2 years ago with Nora, who is still catching fish, with her fishing mentor, Bobby Glennon, who's making sure that more people are aware of the significant role the bait fish industry plays in Arkansas. We took a field trip to Kissimmee, Florida, and learned some minnow fishing from a bass pro, Terry Seagraves. And I got to visit with my good friend Bill Matthews at Rapala, or Rapala. We'll see you next week somewhere in Arkansas's Great Outdoors. Thanks for watching.